A very good morning to all. By learning, is I audible?
Yes, yes.
By learning, you will teach. By teaching, you will learn. With this beautiful quote, I, Akansha Tiwari, Assistant Professor at SRMU University, welcomes you all to the 6th Day Faculty Development Program on changing contours of legal education Participants are requested to put their queries in the chat box or raise your hand at the end of the session. They will be addressed at the end of the session. The speaker of today's session is Dr. Abhishek Kumar Tiwari, Associate Professor, University of Lucknow. Sir has completed his PhD from University of Lucknow and LLM from Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia, National Law University, Lucknow. He has worked as a Deputy Director, University of 5-Year Law College, Jaipur, and Assistant Professor, Dr. RML, National Law University, Lucknow, and as a lecturer in the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. He has published one book, 18 research papers, and various book reviews. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Akansha. A very good morning to all the participants and the organization. I'm thankful to your team that you have given me this opportunity to interact with the participants of your FDP program. The topic which has been given to me today is use of ICT in legal education. So we have to understand, first of all, how the legal education can be affected by the ICT, and before that we will understand the meanings of the particular terms used in the domain. So as we know that computers made their entry into education sector in the late 1970s. With computers, other devices like printer, floppy disk, drives, scanner, digital cameras also made their way in education sector. At that time, the term information technology was used to describe computers and these various peripheral devices. Then with the arrival of internet and World Wide Web, emails and search engines, a complete transformation occurred in almost every field, including education. A new term ICT emerged in the language, which is short for information and communication technology. So ICT us to receive information and communicate or exchange information with others. So this is the main particular of communication with each other and communication within profession. According to UNESCO, the term information and communication technologies refer to forms of technology that are used to transmit, process, store, create, display, share, or exchange information by electronic means. So this broad definition of ICT includes any communication device or application encompassing radio, television, cellular phones, computers, satellite system, as well as various services and applications associated with them, such as video conferencing and distance learning. ICT can be used to support the educational content, the educational process, as well as the organization and administration of the education. So, as we know that ICT has affected the education sector also. Due to its various characteristics, The ICTs are making dynamic changes in society. The society is grossly affected by the ICT. We cannot think about any area of our life without affected by information and communication technologies. They are influencing all aspects of life. The influences are felt more and more at schools, colleges, and universities. Students and teachers have got more opportunities in adapting, learning, and teaching to individual needs. Adapting, learning, and teaching to individual needs. So, this has affected the obviously the legal education. So ICT has changed the way people work today and are now transforming education system. The whole education system has been grossly affected by ICT. Education policymakers are attracted to the prospects that ICT can improve student achievement, improve access to schooling, increase efficiencies, and reduce cost, enhance students' ability to learn and promote their lifelong learning, and prepare them for a globally competitive workforce. The most important aspect that ICT can enable students for appearing in the global world. In this scenario, we are living in a globalized world where the institutions are at one place. We, by email, by use of Snapchat, by use of Facebook, WhatsApp, link, interviews can be conducted, internships, as well as the interviews for the recruitment are being conducted. So the ICT can be an important tool for education and specifically legal education. So effective ICT integration into the learning process has the potential to engage learners. For instances, using multimedia to present authentic and ill-structured problems in problem-based learning can motivate and challenge students and hence develop their problem-solving skills. The benefit that ICT can have for teaching and learning may include, number one, using ICT means that information can be obtained almost instantly. I'm saying almost instant. Because information can be gathered, stored, used, and reused by the teacher and taught. Teacher and student both can use the information for storage. Now we don't need racks of library. Only one hard drive, one pen drive, one laptop and mobile can store plethora of data. So first benefit which ICT can bring, that is using ICT means that information can be obtained almost instantly and it can be stored and used, reused. Second, ICT helps teachers to adjust teaching materials to suit the needs and availability levels of their students. Computers equipped with internet and other means of ICT provide opportunities to the student to study any time and any place. At any time, reading can be done. Any place, reading can be done. Now, they are not confined to the boundaries of schools and colleges. Specifically after the age of Corona, when we have seen that online classes have brought revolutionary changes in the teaching pedagogy of basic education, elementary education, higher education, and legal education. Online classes, online internships, online lectures, online faculty development program. We are obtaining knowledge by sitting in our offices, by sitting in our homes, by use of ICT. So ICT can help teachers to adjust teaching materials to suit the needs and ability levels of their students. ICT promotes multimedia approaches of education like audio, video, aid, sounds, motions, pictures, television, records, computers, audio tapes, etc. It has made easiness for differently abled students. Earlier only Braille was the option for differently abled students. But now, by the way of ICT, students can easily access the relevant resources. So ICT promotes multimedia approaches of education. It creates environment. It creates environment with multiple tools and materials in which students acquire various skills such as critical thinking, typing, presentations, and research skills. ICT can help in these variety of the activities. It also facilitates contact between student and teachers, allowing joint activities and sharing of ideas. We can notice that by blended mode, online and offline, we can offer more effective, cheaper, convenient knowledge and information to our students. UGC also have prescribed this kind of courses can be made by the universities, colleges, which are on the blended mode. 70-30 ratio, 60-40 ratio can be of online, offline classes. So it helps understanding the knowledge to the student and the teacher both. It enables new ways of teaching and learning rather than simply allow teacher and student to do what they have done before in a better way. ICT has an impact not only on what students should learn, but it also plays a major role on how the students should learn. Majority of the methodologies have been developed on the basis of use of ICT. So ICT helps to prepare students for life after school. Proficiency in ICT skills, for example, can improve job prospects. During the teaching and learning process, the student understands and makes their skills in computers, information and communication technologies, and by that way he becomes equipped with the modern knowledge and pedagogy methodology that can be used by him in the phase of job prospects. So by this way, the whole educational system has been affected by ICT. Now coming to a specific area, that is ICT in legal education. ICT in legal education. In India, legal education is regulated by the Advocates Act 1961. This act has provided for setting up of the Bar Council of India and state bar councils in the state. Advocates Act 1961 empowered the Bar Council of India to fix a minimum academic standard as a preconditions for the commencement of study of law. Bar Council recognizes institutions, and with their permission only, courses can be run in the law schools. Bar Council of India is also empowered to recognize universities whose degree in law shall be taken as a qualification for enrollment as an advocate, and for the purposes to visit and inspect universities and colleges. So Bar Council of India is the body which regulates the legal education. Admission, affiliation, etc. are governed by this Advocate Act and Bar Council. The Act thus empowers the Bar Council of India to prescribe standards of legal education and recognition of law degree for enrollment of law graduates as advocates. So legal education cannot exist in vacuum. As I told you that the majority of the educational system has been affected by ICT, so obviously legal education also has to be affected by it. Therefore, the development in legal education is necessary in accordance with the new means of information and communication technologies. If a lawyer is lagging behind the ICT, he cannot be successful in a profession. If a teacher is lagging behind the ICT, use of ICT, he cannot perform his duties as a teacher. Likewise, ICT can help the advocate as well as the students. Traditional way of teaching is no longer, ICT can, I received one suggestion in the chat box that ICT cannot be substitute. Here is no way of talking that ICT can substitute. We are recently hearing about AI, artificial intelligence, chat GPT, etc. And there has been apprehensions that future jobs may be affected by use of AI and chat GPT. But friends, what I think these technologies cannot replace human being, because they are there to help human being, and they are there to be used by human being. ICT is mechanical. If you are trying, or any institution is trying to teach students by AI or chat GPT, it cannot be successful, because majority of the teachers may be agree with me that while teaching in the class, we not only teach in the class, but also we perform in the class. While delivering lecture, we are not interacting by our mouth, but our eyes are on the student. By the reading the face of our student, we can understand whether he is having certain kind of doubt, or his doubts are clear, or he is in the class, hardware and software both within the class. His body is there in the class, but his mind is somewhere else. We can perceive it by our eyes during the class. And at that time, we provide solutions, checks, balances, understanding, support, scolding, etc. So a living class cannot be substituted by AI or chat GPT or any other future mode of ICT. So, friends, we have to understand this bare fact that without ICT, we cannot be fully successful. I cannot say that a teacher who is not using ICT is not a good teacher. I cannot say it, because without use of ICT, many teachers can perform very well. And in our days, there was lack of ICT, and we have been taught by living legends of that time. But now, in this scenario, in the present scenario in which we are living, ICT has become sine qua non part of the legal education. Legal education cannot exist in a vacuum, and therefore development in legal education is necessary in accordance with the new means of information and communication technologies. Traditional way of teaching is no longer useful in inculcate and the practical skills in students required to meet the challenges of competitive world of 21st century. I agree that a teacher can perform well without ICT, but in the 21st century, ICT can make changes. ICT can add on the skills of a teacher and taught both. And according to Bar Council of India, in its Education Rule 2008, emphasized the importance of ICT in law colleges and made it mandatory for every law college to provide at least 10 internet points with desktop facilities and one online database in the library for the students. So friends, Bar Council of India is also making it mandatory for a legal institution that it can run only when it has the minimum requirement of ICT. Computer labs are mandatory. While inspections, we can perceive that the emphasis is on ICT, online databases, etc. So, the legal education has been affected by the ICT. How legal education may implement use of IPC? Application of ICT in legal education can be understood when we consider that legal profession is a profession of globalized world. I know many of my students and friends who work in LLPs and law firms which are providing services to the companies situated in America, England, France, Russia, China. And that is possible only by the use of ICT. They are well equipped, the lawyers, the members of law firm, they are well equipped with the ICT. That's why they are able to provide solutions of their problem from India. So we are leading in the field of knowledge transfer due to our skills, in ICT. Yes, I agree that in comparison to other fields of study, the use of ICT in legal education is making it more global, it more competitive. So for many years, the use of ICT to teach law has been a minor concern among law schools and colleges. Due to this, they face various difficulties such as decline in enrollment, decline in job prospects, etc. So, due to these backdrops, technology offers attractive possibilities of making legal education more efficient and more effective. So this is the reason that nowadays every law college is trying to equip with ICT facilities as much as possible. Some examples of application of ICTs in legal field are use of electronic books. After Corona, e-libraries are the requirement of the time, not fashion. They are the requirement of the time. Electronic books are nothing but a digital version of printed books. In addition to textual matters, the e-books consist of hyperlinks, search facilities, and multimedia capabilities. E-books compilers compile also the source file into an easy on to distribute live format like HTML, PDF, RTF files. In other words, an e-book has electronic text and that text is showed to the readers visually. Besides electronic books, e-journals are there. An e-journal is periodical publication which is published in electronic format. Usually on the internet, electronic journals have several advantages over traditional printed journals. We have seen that AIR, SCC, they are the oldest legal databases in book form. But nowadays, they also have changed themselves, and their e-database by subscription, by the key, is being provided to the law schools, institutions, professors, teachers, advocates, judges, etc. They can read it anywhere in their laptop or even on mobiles, so they don't have to be in the library. The students can save the journal in their desktop or laptop for future references. Besides it, I recall my days in Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia National University as a student of LLM course. I was provided with facility of electronic legal databases. What are electronic legal databases? Friends, we may be knowing that Manupatra, LexisNexis database, Westlaw, SCC Online, Judice. So these are the electronic databases which are being used by teacher and taught. Manupatra Online Legal Database provides legal, taxation, corporate and business policy databases which contain primary documents and analytical content covering commentaries, digest, bare act, judgments and articles. It is fee-based database, having different subscription policies for the different members of legal fraternity. It provides privileged access to its users and empowers them with in-depth legislative, regulatory, and procedural information critical for decision-making in a single online platform. It may be useful for law students for preparing their moot court problems as well as doing legal research as a part of their curriculum. So the students who are preparing for the national and international moot courts they may use the Manupatra legal database available in their college. LexisNexis database is a worldwide provider for content-enabled workflow solutions designed specifically for professionals in the legal, risk management, corporate, government, law enforcement, accounting, and academic markets. It provides customers with access to billions of searchable documents and academic records from more than 45,000 legal, news, and business sources. So now the journals of Harvard, Law Review, America, London, Germany, or any Western or Eastern state are available on LexisNexis database. Besides it, the third kind, that is the Westlaw. Westlaw is Thomson West Online Legal Research Database. It provides quick, easy access to statutes, case law, materials, public records, and other legal journals and law reviews. So like LexisNexis, Manupatra, Westlaw is also one kind of international legal database which provides access of plethora of legal and humanities content. Heen Online is specifically for the humanities. SCC Online web edition provides top quality information with an interface which makes legal research a quicker, easier, and more effective process for the students or other legal professionals. It has a collection of over 380 database with more than 3.4 million documents and over 16.7 million pages. Besides it, judgment information system consists of the judgment of Supreme Court of India and several other high courts. All Supreme Court reported judgments which are published in Supreme Court Reporter Journal since its inception in 1950 till date are available on Juris. Besides it, there are many informative websites like ipindia.nic.in, private websites, Indian Qanun, private magazines, online magazines, Law Mantra, web, so many legal resources, online legal resources are available on the websites. So ICT, these ICT tools are there. Now how we can use it? How we can use it and which kind of legal professional can take benefit of it? So as we know, we can use these ICT in teaching as well as research. Teaching as well as research. ICT has the ability of making the knowledge gathering process easy and enhancing resource development. As such, it is an important tool for law teachers to research on their topics to assist in preparation of lecture, notes and material for students. I myself, within a short span of time, prepare for my lectures from gathering information available on the internet. Although the information which is available on the internet has to be cross-verified, checked, then used. So ICT can be helpful in research. ICT tools can be used by the teachers for their personal research, education and updates. The legal profession is dynamic with new practices springing up from time to time. New aspects. So similarly, students can make use of ICT tools to add in their assignments, projects, research proposals, long essay research, acquisition of supplementary knowledge to those already gotten in the classrooms from the teachers. It provides ease of teaching. Ease of teaching. Although there may be difference of opinion of use of PDF during the classes, use of PPT during the classes, some may criticize it that by the use of PPT, the profession has made very much mechanical. ordinary lecture method was considered to be very effective in some cases. But by the use of PPT and ICT tools, the teaching may be made more interactive. Questionnaires for the proposals, for the research can be made in an easy way. Participatory class, now what we are saying, we are creating the picture by our lecture. So why not we can play the picture in the classroom? Some short story, some short biography, some short documentary can be played, and on that questions, analysis, critical analysis can be done. Now the time is changing. The simple way of asking question and writing the answer exams is changing. So why this kind of new mechanism cannot be introduced, and that is introduced? So ease of teaching can be brought by the use of ICT. Enhanced collaborations. The use of ICT will enhance better collaborations and knowledge sharing amongst law teachers and students in their localities internationally through membership of online educative forums, websites, and groups. This is the use of ICT that I am residing here in Lucknow, is interacting with the participants who are from all over the country without doing many efforts. We are now interconnected. We are sharing the knowledge, understanding the thoughts, getting the concepts and all. So enhanced collaboration can be made with the use of ICT. Third aspect is enhanced learning. It is proven that students at all levels understand, learn better when illustrations are used. When we use illustrations during our class becomes easy for the student. They learn it, they can remember it for a longer time. Yes, ICT is eco-friendly also, sustainable. So the internet has numerous audio visual illustrations and material that could help teacher better explain certain concepts. For further understanding of lectures, students can also download materials pertinent to their studies online using the internet. So ICT is affecting the teaching pedagogy. ICT can improve teacher-student relationship. The conventional teaching model existing in India, we can say that limited the teacher and student interactions to just the classroom. Most times, there is no bond or further interactions between the teachers and the students. But after ICT, by the Google Meet, by the Zoom, by other tools, we are making a connection with the student. And you, friends, you maybe agree with me that by the use of ICT, social media platforms, although I understand that there are so many drawbacks of social media and other platforms, but now we are connected to our students by the social media. I taught my student in 2009 or 10, and he is connected with us, with me, in 2023 by Facebook. By messaging, he got my contact. He wanted certain kind of guidance in his PhD. I taught to him in BLLB, and now he is pursuing PhD, and he needs my guidance. Then he is asking to me. I am providing him help. I am guiding him. I am counseling him. So, as a teacher, now the relationship which was curtailed only to the classroom, it is enlarged. It has been made more than the classroom. So ICT is helping for the bonding of teacher and taught students and teachers, between students and teachers. Beyond the classroom. The exposure and the ability to gather and share knowledge with the students and teachers, even from other jurisdictions, without the limitations of distance, is a notable achievement of the ICT era. We switch door. I know that I started my career as a teacher of private college. So I taught those students in the private college. Now I shifted in 3-4 universities, but my student is connected with me. That is possible due to the use of ICT. So it is not only the teaching and taught, but also other professionals, because after student life, the student is going either in litigation or in justice or in teaching or law firm or any law office of the government or the private. So ICT can help in improving the judicial system also. How? It reduces delays in cases. The notices, the way of hearing. So the judicial system is also affected by the ICT. ICT needed to reduce cases delay, promote efficiency, increase public trust, and eliminate corruption within the judicial process. Transparency, speedy justice can be brought by use of ICT. Random case allotment system within the judicial system. Notices and summons are being emailed, WhatsApp. So from the earlier system, now improved efficiency can be understood by the use of ICT. It can improve and promote the trust and transparency in the judiciary. Nowadays, live broadcast of proceedings of Honorable High Court and Honorable Supreme Court can be seen. We are sometimes the reel of the case hearing is also seen by us. So these all things have brought opportunities of learning. Besides the benefits, there are challenges also. So the first challenge is that apparent that older generations, they hesitate to use ICT, even though certain new generations persons also are not interested in ICT. IT skills are basic IT skills are required for the use of ICT. So the government training for that, subsidized training for that is required. After this discussion at this juncture, now I can say that in conclusion, this effective use of ICTs into teaching learning process has a potential to engage the students. Various applications of ICTs such as audio, video, aid to present practical legal problems can motivate and challenge students and thus enhance their analytical and problem solving skills. But for effective use of ICT in education, there is a need to change the attitude of teachers and students. For this purpose, the intensive and continuous training of teachers regarding the use of ICT in classroom teaching should be conducted periodically. Students must be motivated and certain kind of, because we are focusing on many infrastructural developments, but we are not focusing the provision of providing ICT aiding equipments to our teachers. For example, if we want a teacher to equip with the legal databases, so access to legal databases must be provided him freely. Equipments like laptop, iPad, mobile should be provided him for a specific use in the classroom and teaching. Computer labs, Wi-Fi, etc. must be properly equipped with that. So that's all which I wanted to convey regarding my views on ICT, use of ICT in legal education. Thank you. Thank you, Akansha. Over to you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this session. In this digital era, when knowledge of ICT is very important, not only for faculties and students, but for everyone, you have enriched us with so much of valuable knowledge. Thank you so much, sir. If any participant is having any question, they can ask. I think, sir, no one is having any question.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.